Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic Challenge video. In this one we have a classic showdown of Rebels versus Imperial Troopers on Endor, so very lore accurate challenge today if you will. Now as always I'll cover the modifiers and feats first and then show you the battles, so there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through. 3 battles in total for you today. So the first one will be a rebel team that can get all feats done in a single attempt, no need to throw in multiple teams. However, if you don't have those specific units required to get this done, I'll just show you a standard CLS rebels team, knocking these guys out very quickly, and then do Palpatine team for the stun feat. So let's just get started now with the reviewing of the modifier for Endor. It's actually one of my favorite global modifiers. Because of the part of the tribe modifier, we get the rally the tribe ability, which has a shared cooldown across all the units, and depending on who uses it you get different benefits. Now attackers one, I didn't really take use of this because it's all about stalling the battle to get those stuns out, so most likely you will want to use them more with healers or support, so you get extra turn meter, or maybe with a tank to get foresight so you can evade especially the AoE there from Piet so you don't get dazed. So mainly that's what I'll be using it, not with attackers, because stalling is the name of the game when you have to land 30 stuns if you will. In terms of the modifier for rebels, I'm gonna say luckily we are getting the weak rebel modifier, because if we would be getting a good one then stalling will be much harder, because every time we would be critting we could attack again. So I'm glad we got this rebel modifier that doesn't really do a whole lot, so it makes stalling a bit easier. In terms of the enemy modifier, Imperial Troopers Endless Ranks, they get 3 revives shared across the team, which again helps with the stalling. Without this you might not have enough time to get those 30 stuns out, or the stalling would be a lot harder. So definitely modifiers today are aligned perfectly for the stun feat, I would say. Now in terms of feats, obviously we have to win with a full rebel team, and then as mentioned multiple times already, we got stuns 30 times and then 3 critical hits in a row. So aside from the stun one, the other feats kind of just happen, you don't really have to pay attention. This one we'll just have to stall really hard. Alright, let's hop in the battle now. So I'll start off, I'll try CLS first, and those guys just burn through them in a matter of seconds, which you will see in the second battle. So to slow things down, I decided to go with Raddus lead, because with Raddus lead, obviously, whenever Empire enemies gain bonus turn meter, they'll be getting dazed, so this will slow them down. And then we got R2 with a stun on his basic, then Han's got as well stun on his special, Jean's got a stun on her special, and of course Cara Dune is an MVP. She's got an AoE that will stun Empire enemies, so that's why Cara here, combination with Raddus lead, is the key, and then the other guys just a little bit help out there with the stuns. So first I will go ahead and stun Piet so he doesn't do his AoE daze shenanigans. Then I'm going to use here Rally the Tribe ability to boost turn meter on the team. I can go ahead now, stun or whatever, remove turn meter from Veers. Here comes Cara with her AoE stun. With R2 I was just doing basic, keep those stuns going, there we go. Again, special from Han can stun. Jean's got an ability, middle ability here, it can grant turn meter, so I just gave turn over to Cara. And luckily Cara's AoE's got a very low cooldown, so she'll be able to quickly get back-to-back AoEs. And on top of it all, whenever an Empire unit is defeated, she's getting 100% turn meter, adding more turns quickly to her. There we go already on the second AoE here from Cara. I'm just kind of taking my time here, I don't want to do any big hits too much. Here we go, defeated Piet, and then Cara got a turn. I used with Cara the Rally the Tribe ability just to give me foresight, because Piet was about to unload his AoE. Now if you would get dazed or something, obviously you do have Raddus there, his AoE got a cleanse as well, so you could cleanse that daze off from you in case Piet does land it on you, but I just wanted to avoid it if I can. Otherwise, as you can see, pretty much rinse and repeat, just kind of spreading the damage, not trying to take anybody out. And we go and just keep popping those stuns with Cara, especially in her AoEs, feeding turn meter to her, boosting turn meter with the Rally the Tribe or getting foresight. Very straightforward here. The enemy can't really do a whole lot, all thanks to the Raddus lead there that gives them daze. So unfortunately there Piet was able to actually get the daze going on him But obviously you can cleanse it off here. There we go, I cleansed it off with an AoE from Raddus, and now we can continue our turn meter train here. Keep giving turns to Kara whenever you can, and that's pretty much it. Just kind of spreading the damage. I'm down to the last 3 troopers, one more AoE stun. I think that should be it. But again, keep using basic from R2 only, so he has 90% chance, I believe, on his basic to get a stun, just to help out Kara there with the stuns a bit. And that's it. That was very easy, very straightforward for my rebels, all feats in a single battle. But granted, not everybody might have Kara. Like Raddus, even at low gear, at least, you know, he's there for the lead. But if you don't have Kara, you can first just go in, throw in your rebels and get this over with. I think it took about 30 seconds to knock these guys out. All these counter attacks are totally taking these guys down. Just keep going after Piet first. He's the only threat here with his AoE days. There we go, perfect. More counter attacks. Let's go ahead, take down Piet. I'm just going to go ahead here, unload an AoE, finish off 3 troopers there with an AoE, and now just a case of taking down here Veers as well as Dark Trooper. And there we go, 30 seconds, CLS, knock these guys out. As mentioned before, it's going to be very hard to stall with CLS, that's why I switched over to the Raddus. So if you've done that, you obviously do need a stun, so you can get this done with Palp Mara. Now I did have to remode my throne to be fastest at 336, and then Mara going after him, just so he can go in first, fracture Piet, and then we can get things under control. So we go ahead, drop a fracture. As you can see, my Mara 335 just about outsped Veers, so he doesn't need do his AoE ability block, so I could get a stun on him. Now I can get shocks going, stagger. Now Palps gets a turn. There we go, big stun there. And let's go ahead and apply shock on a second target, and that's what brought in here Dooku. He's got stun on his special and basic, bringing in Royal Guard. He's got stun on his basic as well, so that's what Royal Guard, it's sort of like R2, right? He'll just keep using his basic, helping out their stuns. And the idea here, you just keep feeding turns over to Palp. There we go, second mass stun already on Palps, perfect. And when you've got 2 shocked enemies, you can use last ability there from Palpatine, which will give you 100% turn meter, so back-to-back turns. And then whenever you get a chance to use with the support unit, the event ability, do use it, because this will give turn meter to your guys. Again, kind of like we did there with Kara, it's all about feeding turns over to Palp, doing his AoEs, and then obviously utilizing their Dooku and as well as Royal Guard to help you out a little bit with stuns. Now Mara, she's got a stun on her middle ability as well, but that's an AoE, so it will be doing more damage, so it's a case of stalling here the battle as long as you can. So that's why I try to avoid after the opening sequence using Mara's AoEs, just to make sure we get enough stuns out there. So there we go, Dooku, Royal Guard helping out there with stuns, and otherwise let's just Palp go to town, feeding turn meter to him, using his ability whenever you got 1 or 2 shocked enemies, so he gets lots of turns. There we go, Royal Guard helping out with stuns. So it's a pretty similar affair like with the Raddus and Kara, just kind of spreading the damage, stalling the battle, try to get as many turns as you can to your Palps, and you should be good to go here for the stun feat, in case obviously you don't have Kara ready to go. But otherwise, pretty straightforward event today, I guess. There we go, we got only Piet down to go, 1 more stun there, and that's just pretty much it. When was the last time you saw Royal Guard knocking somebody out? And that's it, guys, that's all for today's video. Hopefully it was useful and helpful, just obviously showing that Raddus Kara team that can easily get all the feats done in a single battle. If you don't have those guys, the good old-fashioned Rebels CLS team knocks this guy down, and then also some sort of Palp there, Palp's team with Empire and Sith can get this done as long as you can stall hard enough. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.